Press cross button.
Alright, we could use your abilities now.
I'm going.
You're not listening to me. No, I'm listening.
Yeah? Yes. Oh.
This is where that journalist mysteriously vanished while she was looking into SIRS mysteriously vanishing people.
Might learn something there. Let's have a poke around.
I thought we might be able to get ahead of those Stasi wannabes at SIRS, but I'm seeing signs of a struggle. I've tagged a few pieces of evidence that I can analyse more closely if you get me some high-resolution stills.
Hey, someone shoot me!
Get him, spoiler bomb. Authorities are
here to protect you.
I'm here! Oh my god!
Engaging target.
What? I'll cover you lot! Huddle! Ah!
It looks like there's something interesting under that car. Move it so we can have a closer look. Tyre tracks, left relatively recently. 24.9-inch diameter. Common size for a large chassis vehicle like a truck or a van. A notepad file is open. Looks like a journalist's. I've added a transcript to your data drive. We know she was here at least.
Cheers, Bagley.
Someone spray painted the security cameras.
Bollocks. What now?
Oh, calm down. Did you think I had you take all those photos for my invite feed? If you find the ctOS hub, I can cross-reference the stills you took with the security feed and isolate the moments before the journalist was taken. It may contain a clue.
Grand.
Found it. Here is the image just as the camera was blacked out. Notice the van in the background. The partial license plate number indicates this is a government vehicle.
Interesting.
This confirms the journalist was most likely abducted by SIRS. You know who might know where an SIRS operative would take a questionably legally detained journalist? Another SIRS operative. I've got Malik on the line.
I don't trust him.
Do you have to? I suppose I might have an agenda. Then again, I might just be bored.
What's your point?
Look closely at the paint in the security still. It's not commercial. That's Kark paint. Chemical resistant. Military. Do you remember earlier when you saved me from Albion?
Fuck you.
Oh, come on, that was fun. Anyway, I didn't want the day to be a waste, so I installed a worm in their comms equipment that fed me, among other things, data on their supply requisitions. I just gave Bagley access to it.
Looks like Albion just ordered a crate of Kark paint in that colour to the Albion internment centre. Pushing the coordinates now. This is the Albion internment centre. That journalist who was investigating the SIRS illegal kidnapping programme should be inside.
Engaged. Don't wander too far.
Alert protocol.
are you hiding? Oh, my fucking head up!
Keep looking. Keep looking. He's got...
Get her out! I don't see anyone following you.
I owe you my life, truly.
Thanks for your help and everything, but we have to keep this short. If I can't get out of this country tonight, I am colossally buggered.
Well, I'm with DedSec. How can we help?
All right then, maybe you can help. You see, Sirs found a legal loophole that's let them arrest you for anything they want. Did your butler's beagle have its hair cut by the same groomer as one of the tone bombers? Well, then Sirs can arrest you without a warrant, and the Snoopers Charter makes it legal.
But how could they do that?
Ever since London got on ctOS, Sirs has full access to every email, every phone call, every CCTV stream, everything. When you give over that level of information to the government, the question isn't how could they do it, it's how could they not?
Fuck, that's grim. Right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna send you the location of a safe house. Someone will meet you there with a clean passport. Stay in touch.
Once the journalist makes it to safety, I'll make DedSec resources available to her so she can finish her story.
Good idea, Baggy.
something.
How are you?
DedSec Toronto is gone. We just got word.
The fuck do you mean, gone?
They've been arrested. Somehow they've been linked to the embassy bombing.
Jesus.
We need to get our hands on Malik if we are to stop this before DedSec disappears.
Poor thing.
It's a classic paradox. The shittier a society gets, the less willing everyone is to share it. There's been a spike in anti-immigrant violence lately, perpetrated by organised groups like the EPAF.
Jesus Christ, is this going somewhere?
The EPAF, or English Patriotic Action Front, appears to be unusually well funded and organised. They could be connected to some larger criminal enterprise.
Let's get nosy then.
What is going on? What?
This is Kennington Park. Local news reports indicate it has been occupied by a group of violent xenophobes calling themselves the English Patriotic Action Front.
Immigrants, go home!
What the fuck?
You heard me. It's a bunch of people who think and believe different shit. Coming here and changing our shit. Well, I like the shit the way it was before. Now suddenly their shit is our shit. And we was in enough shit to begin with. So they can fuck off, or they can get fucked off. That's their choice.
clear. Better check elsewhere.
One interesting email on here. It seems the EPAF answers to someone calling themselves Kingfisher, who is pushing them to attack immigrants.
Interesting. Got anything else?
The laptop's GPS indicates a location where Kingfisher regularly meets with at least one EPAF member. I doubt they go there to swap football stickers or pick each other's hooves.
Might learn something there. Let's have a poke around.
Pushing the coordinates now. This is where an EPAF organiser had his regular meetings with Kingfisher, who seems to be pulling the EPAF's strings.
ctOS?
Sweep everything until you find him.
Why do we have to meet in a police station? Makes me feel edgy.
It's good cover. If anyone sees you, they'll assume the old Bill picked you up.
Just weird to be sitting here without the old bracelets is all. So what have you got for us?
Names. It's a list of people in this neighborhood that Filament tells us will be prone to violence if provoked.
You want us to start some fights?
The bloodier the better. We want some nice, scary ultra-violence for Gran and Grandad on the evening news. Is that a problem?
How do we know this won't come back on me and mine?
Sirs wants the same thing you want. Everyone out of the Oval and the immigrant crisis resolved. You'd be doing a public service.
Ha! A public servant. Who'd have thought, eh?
Multiple files added to the data drive. And would you look at that? Kingfisher is an SIRS officer, so they're the ones funding the EPAF.
Fucking hell, Sears are behind this.
It's all here in the audio file, or you could just ask Kingfisher himself. The Met are lending him an office in this very police station.
But hang on, really? Why?
Maybe it cuts down on his commute. How should I know? Find him and take him out so we can put an end to this EPAF business.
now? How did...
Kingfisher is down. That should make it harder for those xenophobic goons to get their intolerant hands on military weaponry at the very least. Wish the same could be said for Albion. On a related note, you should probably scarper. The powers that be are trying to provoke immigrant violence to justify coming down on them like a ton of pricks.
Any ideas?
I've asked Malik for his analysis.
The Surface will bury it if you release that recording to the media, so you'll have to self-distribute. SIR's protocol says to do two things. Sow disinformation on the internet and distance themselves from the incident. Propaganda works. So no one will know what's true, and by the time the dust settles, anyone who could incriminate them will be gone.
Let's do it.
Agreed.
Done.
No, we'll never know. But they should have never missed.
The ongoing protest against illegal immigration in Kennington Park has dispersed today, following rumours of turmoil amongst the protesters. SIRS confirms several of the protest's organisers have been arrested on outstanding warrants.
You're just being stupid now. Ah, so that's it.
Albion personnel are here to ensure everyone's safety and security.
Hello and welcome back to The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about ctOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, ctOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Blume. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Blume owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Blume's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top of all the blue lights. What's that even about? What is it doing? I don't think that they if you ask me, and it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated and streamed from there too.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars too.
I always thought they were just running on their own.
No, ctOS is the big control system behind the cars. There was a point back in the earliest days of self-driving car technology that they operated by themselves. They used to use a series of sensors to see the world around them. Radar, for instance, would look far off into the distance, while LiDAR would detect objects nearby. And while these cars still use some of this technology, Blume ctOS and its detailed maps and data that it has on London really makes Blume be able to take control of it. And ctOS can take control of your car if you're parked incorrectly. It's no surprise that it was made mandatory to have a self-driving car.
The system is so bad though, it's so annoying. Whenever I try to use one of the shareable self-driving cars, I always find myself stuck in traffic jams or roadblocks, not to mention the accidents. I've heard so many stories of cars shunting into the back of others. I think they're worse than human drivers sometimes.
The technology was meant to make things better, but Blume has made it so bad that it just makes London even more chaotic than it was before. I'm giving up on the cars. I'm only using the bikes, which are not self-driving at the moment, at least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Blume sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Blume and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
From the Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, resistors. It's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably?
It's the place. Where's our rat?
Bad news from Hamish. His contact is running late. May as well make yourself comfortable.
It's all about the feel of the city, not some calculator crunching numbers.
Impairing our frontal lobe again, are we?
Only sharpens me senses, Bagley.
The attack occurred just as Albion CEO Nigel Cass was announcing a new security
Turn up the telly, mate!
Our cameras captured video of the attack, which some viewers may find disturbing.
Without their tireless work, we couldn't have rolled out these checkpoints. Watch out! 43C. Engage contact right. Aim fire! Aim fire!
Liar! You fucking liar! You're going to kill us all!
Government officials have yet to issue a statement, but Cass had this to say.
An attack on me and my men is one thing. We're trained to handle these monsters. But I will not abide civilian casualties. This city deserves peace. And I promise you, London, we carry on as we are, these attacks will continue. But we don't need to live like this. Scared to leave our homes. Criminals, terrorists like these, can be stopped before they even start. And I have a plan to do just that. Your police and politicians may have stopped fighting for you. But I will never stop. Thank you.
This is what I'm talking about. Cass ought to be in charge of things.
The hell he should. He's just another greedy bastard.
Nigel Cass is the only one who gives a fuck about this city.
Twat.
Oi, break it up. Keep it civil. People are dicks. Seriously?
Fucking hell. Tell me you lot met with my contact and he had nothing to do with this.
Your man never showed up, Hamish. But come on, this was a show. It has Cass written all over it.
I sure as fuck don't believe he just naturally speaks in soliloquy. Let's snoop around that attack site.
No, you don't get it, fam. Radu's been seriously unbalanced lately. Talking all sorts of rubbish about someone having to stop Cass, no matter the cost.
Timing's too pat. Cass announces this new security initiative, and then he's attacked in public. No way.
Hope you're right, and it's not Radu gone off the deep end.
In which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. Do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the bug this week, a new feature, the bug off feature. The person who was most irritating us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel. Nigel history tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess historically there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which was a lot for a company. The Bug PLC has Alice with a water pistol. But crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its 250,000 strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind.
Listen to me. This is the site where Nigel Cass was attacked, but, surprise, surprise, his personal goon squad had already scrubbed the area for evidence.
Which is exactly what you do if you are trying to cover something up.
Yes, if you search for clues, I may be able to reconstruct the attack in augmented reality.
Aren't you a handy little robot?
There is a ctOS data relay nearby. That will have the data I need.
I'm on it. You don't know me, but I heard we might have some mutual interests.
Ah, so you're DedSec then? Good. I could use a hand with something.
We might be able to help. What's the situation?
I help out with this sort of underground organisation that helps undocumented people stay one step ahead of SIRS and Albion. I keep my distance from the people I help for obvious reasons, but they've been quieter than usual lately. Suspiciously quiet.
I follow. We'll look into this charity. Make sure everything's above board.
I'm on your side here. Just relax.
Okay, but...
Any luck yet?
I'm going to need a bit more data if you want me to reconstruct the scene in augmented reality.
Moving on.
Shit! I'll check in with Central.
Calm down.
Sure thing.
Last night's shag. Are you okay?
That should do it. Go back to the location of the incident to view the reconstruction.
ctOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
This does look like pro-terrorism, in the sense that it's both professional and in favour of terrorism.
So we had access to high-quality material. Doesn't really narrow it down. I'll see what I can dig up.
Searching facial recognition databases, and here he is, Radu Florin, an Albion employee in good standing, until he tried to drive an exploding truck into his boss.
Radu? Oh, shit. Fam, that's the bloke put me onto Themis. My contact inside Albion.
Suppose that makes sense. Man like Cass has enough people who would want to kill him anyways. No reason for him to fake it.
What the fuck did he find to make him desperate enough to do this? Roll it, Bugs.
Look at that. Albion trucks with black boxes on the undercarriage, just like aeroplanes. I can track down the black box, which should lead us to the truck's current location.
Could you run the plates too, Bagby?
Of course. I'll also monitor Albion communications and 1,000 other little things you would appreciate.
Looks like a disgruntled employee situation. Cass did something to seriously piss this guy off.
If there is dissension in the ranks, that's something we could use. First step, we need to get a look at that truck.
According to Albion radio chatter, they've moved the truck to the Tone bombing site. And here's something even stranger. They've moved Radu Florin's body along with it.
Oh, that's an ominous place for it. Why'd you reckon, Bagby?
Albion has been coordinating recovery efforts at the site, which is rather vague.
It's a dumping ground, innit? For problems they like to see disappear. If we find the truck, we find Radu.
Agreed.
The enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name. But no one knows too much about her. We only really... her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
Bagley is the most advanced, significant AI of our time, and it's really blown all the other AIs that were created out of the water. And I think that what Sky Larson's done with Bagley is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine the optic without it. But what do you know about Sky Larson herself?
Not a lot, other than that she's actually pretty incredible. I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been a pretty private person. I know that she supposedly grew up in the countryside, but...
I'm at the town site. I'm going to poke around and see if I can find the truck used in the Finsbury attack.
That's right, but what we don't know is why they brought it here.
I'll see what I can dig up.
Area clear. Gonna keep searching. Drone, search the area.
This is the truck used in the Finsbury attack. I have a VIN and plate match. The dash cam is a shambles, but the local cameras picked up some audio. Worth a listen.
Could be anywhere right now.
Oh, Jesus. He's pretty burnt up.
Happens when your truck explodes.
Fuck. I used to see him around R&D. Did you know him?
Hell no. But even if I did, I wouldn't fucking talk about it. Know what I mean?
I'm detecting several optics nearby with no life signs connected. That's where we should look for the driver's body.
Moving.
I'm sure they're still in the area.
Check another area.
Drone, begin search of the area.
Careful! Oh, clear it out. Stay alert.
Look! Did you see that?
Begin searching. Drone, search.
Drone, search.
They gotta be somewhere.
All's well here. What's next?
They gotta be somewhere.
Stay sharp. Search.
Reminder, all footage of this site is strictly forbidden. Any personnel violating this rule.
This corpse is desiccated. There's no way they had time to do that.
Yes, from the state of decay, I'd say this person died, right around the tone bombing. So that's one mystery solved.
What was that? Explosives incoming! Stand clear!
Burned up all over. Yeah, this could be our guy.
There's a lump of damaged metal in his noggin that might once have been an optic.
Nothing you can't handle.
I'm pulling everything down from his cloud storage now. I recommend escaping from the premises.
So, Albion's using this place to hide all their inconvenient corpses.
If you consider that new bodies are constantly being unearthed from the Tone wreckage, they can kill anyone they want and get away with it. I've decrypted an audio file recovered from the attacker's body. Shall I play it?
You're up, Bagley.
He's launched them, Mom. They're waiting up there, and no one knows. People think he'll keep them safe, but that's not what he wants. He wants control. He sent them up there to watch us. And worse, he called them Justice Themis drones. What a cruel joke. The project was dead, but he has the team re-engineering an upgrade that'll activate a systemic reboot, and you always hated it when I used my big up words. I can't let it happen. And without him, it doesn't. Mom, I'm about to do something. Something awful. Or at least people will say it's awful. If they know what I know, maybe they'd think better of me. Less of a monster. But I'm trying to stop a monster, Mom. I am. If you had the chance to stop something terrible from happening by killing someone, wouldn't you do it? Something truly horrible. I'm sorry. I love you.
So you're telling me Themis has been up in the sky the whole time, like little swords of Damocles, just waiting for the right upgrade to cut the horsehair? Fucking hell.
Might take months, but Cass could get the project back on its legs. Unless we destroy the drones themselves. Bugs boy, the Themis data we wiped at Titus. Any chance you remember enough to retro-engineer a more suitable upgrade?
I'll do you one better. I can code a virus from the data itself.
Bagley, most of the time I get you, but why would you save that?
I asked him to. No sense in just flushing data. Never know what might come in handy or what you might learn. So, how do we use it to infect the drones?
Albion's got a primary communications hub at Tower Bridge. Upload the virus there, fam, and all the drones get a dose.
Let's do it.
If you can, yeah. Shit, they've not right now. Someone, anyone, call 999!
I know. Yeah.
Where in the whole beekeeping? Even had a swarm of bloody robot bees.
Oh, dear. Have you been doing that microdosing thing again?
Does it look like
Let's go and get your
valid. Failure to possess valid status documents is a crime.
On your side, just relax.
And I see it.
Ted, but that's not a boast, it's a fact.
This is Albion's primary communications hub, but there's more security here than there is around the Royal Meth stash. You should start by destroying their encryptors. If your hacking skills are up to snuff, dominating a combat drone or two could help.
Grand.
Forget it. I'm done. That. What was that? Better not fucking...
You hear that?
Confirm hit! Suspect shoot! It won't stop! Last night's gone.
Next.
That's it for the encryptors. You can now upload the virus using the central antenna.
Grand.
Fuck up! They're my shoot!
Here we go.
I'm reading incoming drones.
Those tennis ones?
No. These aren't the algorithmically driven assassin drones. They're just the normal drones that can also kill you. The virus upload won't continue until you get back to the antenna. Don't worry, it's more afraid of you than you are of it.
Shall be flagged for investigation.
The upload's about half done.
Fine.
Security breach. Drone reinforcements en route.
for Themis, fam. No coming back from this.
Yes, the lights are lovely. I suggest you leave before someone gets the bright idea to turn yours off. his plan to use drones driven by some social algorithm to dispense justice has backfired, do you think he's actually read any of those Greek myths he's named his drones after?
What's to stop the next plan, and the one after that? Cass is the real problem here. We have to figure out a way to stop him.
Yeah, I'd love to. But he's got his own private army, and loud as I am to say it, he's fucking charming. People love him. If we go after him head on, we look exactly like what Cass says we are. Terrorists.
So we take the people's support away, fam? Bags and me have some thoughts on what we gotta do. You lot better come in for a briefing.
Turned out to be just another. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that can be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelley run our cities. And Prime Minister Depasani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. We respect the political revolt of Ian on the power behind shortages.
What was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? The first stuff that stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without the fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use for cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some effort to try and stockpile some of the medicines. There was some things that could be done. For a lot of it, there was simply nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drugs for schizophrenia. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attacks that you saw in the street and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health drugs, because those drugs simply couldn't be stopped. We eventually found the same thing with foods that were produced in the UK. And the trouble with the UK was we don't produce our own food. We never had. We produced under half of our own food. So as soon as those wars went up, we started having significant material problems. Britain always told itself it had this national myth, right, that it would, because it got through the war, that it could go through any kind of hardship. I mean, that wasn't really the case. People during the war were far more frightened than some of this historical stuff makes out. Now, what do we see? People don't want to go through that stuff. They were desperate for the things that they had before, and they were scared. So they went to the black market. The same thing that always happens. And where did the growth of Clan Kelley come from? It came from people wanting things that they could previously get legitimately and could now only get through the black market, funneling funds towards criminality. And from there, we got to the situation we have now of this bit of war between criminals and security that seems to dominate what's going on out there on the streets.
Nothing takes people patience.
If you think you want the situation in London to change, get better, you must be on the same side as them. Then what do you think it looks like, huh? Listen to what they are saying, to what they are doing all the time.
Albion confirms that the explosions seen in the skies over London were indeed an Albion drone project that was sabotaged by the DedSec insurgency. In an exclusive interview with GBB Radio 1, Albion founder and CEO Nigel had this to say.
Truth is, the supposed freedom fighters of DedSec have made London less free. That drone project was meant to replace Albion boots on the ground, let the city get back to normal, but now I can't in good conscience stand my people down. That's not how I lead.
Cass went on to implore listeners to treat any suspected DedSec operatives as terrorists and to immediately report them to Albion.
That lying prick. He was about to kill everyone who would even think about standing up to him. Now he's playing the victim.
And it's working. Sorry, that was too cheerful. Sadly, it's working. Too sad?
It's what he does. Scares the shit out of people, then swoops in and plays the hero. We've got to show them what he really is.
So that's his weakness, his image. If we shatter that, he falls apart.
A few of us had a thought on that, actually. Bags, show him.
This is Claire Waters, political dissident and podcaster, reported missing after teasing a salacious upcoming episode. Sadly, it never aired, so all we have is this.
On the next episode of Buccaneer Radio, I'm chatting with someone from deep inside Nigel Cass's inner circle. He's promised me something that will expose Cass as the tyrant I know he is. This is going to blow the roof right off White Tower. See you next week, pirates.
Nigel would have spun that interview if it was spinnable. If he went after Waters for it, that tape's a smoking gun.
We've got to have it.
Claire was known to broadcast out of Freight 1. You should begin searching there. Claire Waters appears to be an equal opportunity muckslinger. Albion is her target of choice, but she's railed against tech genius Sky Larson, SIRS, and Clan Kelley. Opinionated, isn't she?
Just think, with DedSec backing her up, feeding her intel, she could really stick it to those bastards.
She's been digging in Cass's shit for a while. If what she has isn't enough to squeeze his bollocks in a vice, then maybe she'll join you lot and help find something.
I traced his message history, and his charity contact was texting him from a known Clan Kelley hideout.
Of course. If people are suffering, Clan Kelley finds a way to make money. Point me at the cunts.
Indeed. Pushing you the location so you can investigate.
I'm not gonna let my blood boil over this. Mess with the what? I swear, I'm so pissed. No. I know, but why? What is going on? Sure, you know. I guess.
We will have plenty, and that's the whole logic for running society in this way, that people will have enough. And now, with this kind of huge shortages of everything, you're seeing that system collapse. It hasn't delivered on its primary promise. And I think we've really reached a situation where we have to do away with capitalism entirely. We're seeing a situation where there's shortages for the many, but for a few individuals, there's an elite who are not struggling and short of anything. So this is a fundamental inequality in the capital system, which is no longer producing the goods for most of us. Shortages are being used as well. I'm not saying that there isn't a real shortage. There possibly is real shortages, but shortages are being used as an excuse for those in power, those elites, to keep what they want and not give to the rest of us what we need. So the excuse that there's simply not enough to go around is the justification for maintaining the kind of power of the 1% and leaving the rest of us short.
So if you're starving hungry tonight, If your parents can't get their medicine and your brothers and sisters have to steal to eat, remember, it's all for the good of Albion, or Clan Kelley, or someone, just your hearts. But that's going to change. You've been listening to Buccaneer with me, Tash. Keep spreading the word and keep sharing the podcast. There's enough of everything out there for all of us. We just need the guts to take it back.
The first summer without Arctic ice cover. Not long ago, the best predictions placed it a quarter century off. Today, we are facing the possibility it will be this calendar year. Tonight, GBB will be looking into what this means for the planet.
Winding you up makes my day, mate.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain.
Yum yum.
Hello, folks. This is The Bug. I'm Andy. This is Alice, and today we're going to be pretending that everything is fine. Yeah, and back. Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? That was as long as I could manage. A second and a half. A reality time now, however. And, well, finally today, we're going to road test the latest update to the CSA app, the government app that has brought the great British tradition of snitching on people you don't like back to the very heart of public life, the school playground. I'm going to tell a new threat that's got a whole new lease of life these days, thanks to CSA. And isn't Britain all the more fun because of it? No more grumbling about your neighbours playing their music too loud, just simply report them to the state and have them, shall we say, involuntarily rehoused at hotel staff.
As we expected, a full-blown Clan Kelley operation. Looks like they're detaining undocumented immigrants on site for some reason. Suggest you rescue whoever's being held here and then contact our friend.
I'm on it.
There they are. Careful, Clan Kelley might be willing to kill them rather than let them escape. Right, get her out. There. Once we're clear of the area, you can report on what we found.
I'm with DedSec. I'm afraid Clan Kelley's been pulling the wool over your eyes. You work for them.
No. They said they were human rights activists. They had papers, IDs, everything.
That's a dirty little lie. They fooled you into helping them traffic human beings.
Look, thanks for stopping it. Here I was thinking I finally found a way to make a difference for people around here.
You know, DedSec's looking for fighters, and you seem to have some fight in you. How about letting it out?
Thought you'd never ask.
I want to miss coins.
Excellent. Our little posse's growing. Welcome to DedSec.
Brilliant. Finally found my people.
Fantastic.
That's something. I love it. That's fantastic. That's just made my morning.
Put that to good use.
Rumor has it something is amiss with the island. DedSec is looking to explore what hits. Nothing more than a rough house of furniture. The people that are supposed to be protecting us, that promise to protect us, that we pay to protect us, do the exact opposite and for the benefit of the world itself? No. Someone's got to put a stop to this. Looks like it's DedSec. Makes me feel like at least there's some good people in the world.
Pardon me.
You know, read mostly science fiction back to fantasy. Fantasy.
I can hack your optic. Upgrade.
Even my bitter soul can appreciate that.
Thank you, God. That made my day. It's a man grafting. How could you talk my name and you ain't even brush your teeth? Brush your teeth. 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 Bars cold like a TikTok. I'm coming like Rick Ross. I'm sticky like with a TikTok. With your lips gone. Let's go. Time to be TikTok. I've got a new wristwatch. Let's go toe to toe. Click flops. I make the crown jump like crisscross.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Nice day.
looking up today?
I'm getting up. Yes, this is what I've been waiting for.
Must be brave to join DedSec.
Come on now, there's no need for this. What I mean. I've never been so mad.
Bloody fascist!